Okay, testing 1 2 1 2. Just making sure the stream is up. And commercials are going on. And Twitch commercials are just crazy sometimes. I'm glad that we're not a huge. I don't have a huge following like Kai's, and I have to sit through like a million commercials. I don't have a huge following like Kai's, and I have to sit through like a million commercials. All right, well, it's good. All right, what's up, everybody? Let's wait for people to trickle in and get started. I am just going to make sure everything looks good. Click into the deck here. Everything right with the deck. Still trying to figure out what land combination I want. I don't want to base my lands off of like the Esper deck. I could pull something up. Our like creatures are a little different from Esper because they're like mainly black, except for Blood Tithe Harvester. So kind of want to. I think when we've been testing this like a little bit, we just need to make sure to definitely like have our early mana right, but also make sure that we can get our untapped sources later. So I wonder if I want another Deathcap Glade. Either Deathcap Glade or maybe a Haunted Ridge. Like Rockfall Veil, but I don't want to have too many non-black sources. How many non-black sources are in this deck? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-black sources. Not counting this other one. Could go up on the. Is that Zytor Proving Ground? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's probably fine. 75 good. Oh, don't tell me that it's like looking wonky now. I hate when it starts to look like this. It's just a certain way. I have to like physically click on all of these. But it doesn't make the stream look too bad. But you know what? We are just going to go ahead and get started. Intro. Good evening, everyone. This is David Dunham with Southern Magic, here presenting the deck that I think that I am going to be playing in RC Dallas. It's going to be coming up in a couple weeks. It's standard, and a lot of different decks are really shaking up the format. It's very wide open, and people are still trying to fine tune what they're playing. It's a very dynamic format, and what we're trying to do is take advantage of that by just trying to go mid-range and be a catch-all deck. As you can see, unlike the more popular green-black mid-range, we have another color, and that is red. And red is going to give us some access to some really good cards between Blood Tithe Harvester for the aggro and mid-range matchups, and Esper, and my probably favorite card, one of my favorite cards in standard right now, one that's like really underrated, Riveteer's Charm. Riveteer's Charm is in a really good spot now. I think like not only does it like kill the opponent's best creature, getting around the ward of Rafine, or Planeswalker, so it can actually be a removal spell for Planeswalkers, such as Jace or the Wandering Emperor. Uh, but we can also use the second mode if we want, if we're not doing anything with it, to exile the top three cards of the library, and then until the next end step, you can play those cards. So literally, you can draw three whole cards with this anytime in the game if you're not doing anything, if you're just got mana open and you're playing against like a domain or a control deck, something that's going a little bit slower, and then just threaten to draw three cards. And all of our cards are pretty live to play, except for maybe some of our removal spells. It might be a little awkward to hit those if they don't have any creatures, but being able to see that many cards, you're going to be able to, at least on average, play two of them, which is a pretty good rate. And then the very last mode, which I think was the thing that may have been keeping this card from seeing too much play. That and like with the addition of Blooming Marsh and Outlaws of Thunder Junction has made the mana for this deck more black based. So we can have more early black with this version of the deck and not have to slip up and play stuff like the it's like the red green fast lane. I want to say not Cinderglade. I forget the name of it. Um, but yeah, but no, being able to exile this like the last mode exiles target player's graveyard, which is going to be really good for 4 color legends and against even bigger deal against Temur Analysts. That takes a advantage of the graveyard a ton, so you're able to play this in response to like the analyst sacking to get all of your lands back from the graveyard and really just blow them out in that turn, because they really rely on their graveyard to get the ramp that they need. Besides that, we're also splashing some red for the Unleashed Inferno. I think it's a pretty solid card right now, being able to basically kill anything, and then in addition, be able to kill a token, an artifact token, or a wedding announcement, or the Thing of Virtue, the adventure enchantment. Uh, So yeah, I think that it's going to be a really solid card. I've done testing and I've decided to. I've had it in a sideboard, decided to put it into main deck because of how many decks it just comes in against. Also against the Invoke deck, being able to kill the anthems is really good. Or being able to play this in response to a lethal demolition and kill a thing, and then also destroy the artifact that they're going to blow up. Uh, so yeah, aside from that, we've got we're trying out this new card is Binding Negotiation. Just more hand hate, and on top of being a Thoughtseize effect, it can also put an exiled card, a face up exiled card, into the graveyard. So you're able to get rid of pesky adventure cards as well as plotted cards. You're able to throw those into the graveyard after your opponent's plotted them. So I think it's a pretty good card in this format. Obviously, Hostile Negotiator. Cool T Geeks is one that we're testing. We kind of needed something in the spot of the sideboard to really take over in the long game against Control and Domain and the Mirror Match. So I think this card is starting to see a little bit more play, and it's in a pretty decent spot right now. So we're gonna try one of it. Red on also gives us Obliterating Bolt, which is perfect for playing against not only Rafine but also permanently gets rid of Aclazots, which can be a really big deal for stuff like green black or the fair decks to be able to handle. So having a 2 mana answer to it is pretty ideal. And then the other thing, we're splashing red for 2 more things. Hidetsugu Consumes All, obviously against Toxic and Convoke especially. This card's super duper powerful and will hopefully steal us some games with some one-sided board wipes. As well as the last card, which is Obnixilus the Adversary. This card uh, has always been really good against the controlled matchups and domain matchups, but being able to have green in here for Mosswood Dread Knight and sacking turn 2 Mosswood Dread Knight and sacking it to Obnixilus and then being able to get the Mosswood Dread Knight back is just the chef's kiss. It's perfect. So without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to kind of treat this as a league, and we're going to run 5 matches, best of 3 in the ranked games. We're gonna play the ranked ones just because that's where we're most likely going to see our competitive decks. Right now, I am sitting at what rank am I? We are going to be using my personal profile for this as well. Yeah, Tier Platinum 3. We've kind of been bouncing back and forth a little bit, so hopefully we can between all of this testing that we're doing, we can actually make it to Mythic and then hopefully cross fingers be able to top 250 or top 1000. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot of practicing for RC Dallas with this deck, or if this deck doesn't completely work out, then we'll just audible to something like Green Black or Esper, one of the easy mid-range decks. All right, so let's go ahead and get off the ground. Make sure to keep track of the win counter up there in the left corner. I have to remind myself to do that. All right, first opponent. Oh, this is pretty gross. This is where Rockfall Vale. This is where the three color deck can kind of get really annoying. Just not having our lands in the correct order. So we'll mulligan. This one's fine. Hopefully they're an interactive deck that we can take advantage of. So we are their opponents on the play. So I may just put back one of the 4-drops. It's always so difficult because they're not exactly sure what they're going to be playing, but we're going to split the difference and just have go for the throat and Shieldred because you can't really go wrong with it. Ooh, in the first match out the gate is Teamer Analyst. So we're in for a little bit of a long one, especially not having a good start. And then we have a cut down, so had something really good for if they played an aggressive deck, but not so much actually. I guess they're going to make it easy for us if they're just going to play like this. Actually make our kill spells live. That is perfectly fine with me, and we have the Graveyard Trespasser, which is even better. So they've got 2 lands in grave right now. Might be playing another one here. Hopefully they just play the Nissa here and we can just kind of cleanly answer it. Really glad we put that Archfiend to draw us. Oh, it's not going to serve us very well here. Just that gains a ton of life. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was wondering if they were going to just play it over again. But you know what? This gives us the opportunity to Trespasser and start sniping some of these lands out of the graveyard. Nissa. Okay, so he's going to be playing both. Okay, I'll tutor up another Nissa. And I'll play the Analyst as well. Okay. What we want to do is just simply kill both of these. Sure, they have another Nissa, it's fine. We'll deal with that later, but let's just go ahead and clear the way of these and then get some more lands out of the graveyard. Let's get some more of these fetches out. What does he have currently? Low on the red, so we'll take the one that finds a mountain. Guess we're doing as good as we can be. Oh, they still have that. That's even worse. Oh, man. So, oh, interesting. So they decided to just get the basics and keep the other ones engraved. Hmm. That is interesting. So we'll play Boom and Marsh tapped in case we draw a green card. Just get in there with the Shieldred. This a lovely card. Strength of Virtue. Oh, we're not really drawing anything. We could very well just lose this game just because we didn't find a fast enough way to deal with the graveyard. Okay. And they have a bajillion mana because this thing lets them produce 3 times the amount of mana for each basic. So you're not for the analyst. So how many lands is that? That is so many lands. And they milled. Playing another one. Well, at least I guess they're not hitting lands off that, but still doesn't feel great. We're not in a commanding position. Lots of triggers. Ho ho hum. Yeah, a lot of playing against this deck is just sitting and waiting. As you can see, they've used the graveyard a lot, which is why we were hoping to see a Jund Charm somewhere along the line. Graveyard Trespasser did okay, but most likely going to just kind of sit and wait, see what this last card is. Oh, another Virtue Strength. Interesting. Does Virtue Strength only gets creature or land? Ooh, but they got the Memory Deluge. I guess I'll sit through this just so you guys can see. And now they have their lands produce 6 times as much mana. Alright, alright. Let's cycle, let's see what we get. Just for the hell of it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and concede this. Gonna be much better post game. Be able to take out a lot of these inefficient kill spells. So we're gonna be cutting the cut downs here. Cutting the Blood Hive Harvester. It's kind of be our worst 2-drop in this matchup. Archfiend of the Dross for sure, and then the Cruelty of Gix. Then we're going to be putting in Blind Negotiation, Hostile Investigator, Cruelty of Gix, the Terra Summoner, Omnixilis, and the Unlicensed to handle the graveyard. Terra Summoner for hands. I actually like Cruelty of Gix in these post-board games against this deck because they tend to board in a lot of creatures for the mid-range matchup, so that when they go into the long game and can't rely on the graveyard plan anymore, then they switch over to playing stuff like Bonnie Paul or Titan of Industry. And Cruelty of Gix is perfect for if we've taken one of those out of the hand or even reanimating it to have a big bomb on our side of the board super early. And basically just turn into a reanimator deck. But let's go ahead and start this off. Gecko Mage. We're ranked higher than them, so we should technically be better. first. This hand doesn't have early pressure, unfortunately. Kill spells aren't completely dead, though. Having a Liliana may be decent as well. We'll go ahead and keep it. Not having early pressure isn't super imperative. They do have like early interaction as well. Starting to look a lot like the last game. Oh, actually had a damage list. Something to actually use this card on. Other cards. Killed analysts. They probably didn't think I would keep removal in, which would be a weird thing to take out against this deck. So we'll play this. Go ahead and plus to have us both discard. I'll discard a forest here, I think. Keep our other red source. We don't have any double red, but it would be good not to take pain from our lands. Right, playing that, playing land. How many cards do you have in grave now? How many lands does he have? He's got 3 lands in grave. Let's go ahead and bless this. I'm gonna pitch the cottage here. See what he pitches. Okay, so you pitch Shigeki. Not expecting to go into a long game, I guess. Just gonna go ahead and run out the Shieldred. At this point in the game, Nissa kind of does what he wants it to do already. Okay. Getting mana with it. Alright. Hopefully he gets another Nissa. See. Here we go. Titan of Industry, as we thought. So they have 5 lands. What is he planning on doing? Okay, good. Let's see. I may just go ahead and do... I may just kill this thing. And then plus Liliana and hopefully be able to ultimate the next turn. Each player discards a card. Okay, pitch the Titan. Now let's see what he does. Hopefully he doesn't get back a ton of lands just yet, so that we can make him sacrifice half of his. Put him back quite a bit. World Souls Rage. Get back 3 lands. These lands aren't going to come in untapped now with Splunking. Let's him play some other stuff. Ooh, okay. Do we... the question is... It's possible that I may just want to exile his graveyard. Right here. And then hopefully he doesn't have a ton of stuff in hand. Or at least all of his stuff in hand has to deal with him having a graveyard. Okay. Let's see what he's got. Okay. Close the last card. Something good. Ooh. That is very good. A doppelganger. So he's going to be able to make 2 copies of my Liliana. Or, well, I guess since it's... Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Hmm. So. He's gonna have 2 Restless Cottages. So my Liliana's most likely just going to die. What I can do is, let's see, we'll go full control. Guess we don't absolutely need to. Go ahead and just play. No, we'll just wait till their turn. Be able to play all of our cards. Let's play our discards. We will go ahead and let's exile the top 3. Just see what we get. Hopefully we get some pretty good ones. You're something. Now he's got Russ. Does he have enough to... Interesting. Okay, so he's prioritizing getting rid of the Liliana. Unfortunately, we may need to, actually. Okay, that helps us out a little bit. Get unlicensed hearse. So we're gonna play the land. Play the hearse. This, no. Okay, I'm gonna use the hearse. And get rid of this memory deluge and the Maestro's Theater. And then just simply play Mosswood Dread Knight as a creature. If they want to sacrifice it, then that's perfectly fine with me. Alright, so gain your life. Forgive this Liliana. Yeah, this doppelgang is really turned the game in their favor. Having 2 of these Restless Cottages now is not ideal. The good thing is if we kill one of these and they won't be able to actually animate the other one. So that's actually pretty good for us. Okay, and he's starting to be on the defensive for those. Because he can't activate both. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and animate Restless Cottage. Have both of them attack Liliana. This thing will exile, sure, exile this thing. You block Mosswood? Blocking Mosswood, Dread Knight. Okay. And then we'll be able to play our Mosswood, or get our Mosswood back and play the Shieldred. Or actually, no, they'll be able to animate the Restless Cottage here. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Do you create a food in exile? So you're gonna get the food no matter what. You know what? Since you're gonna exile something from me already, I'll just go ahead and exile my own thing. How about that? How about that, Gecko Mage? Take that. Alright. Let's go ahead and with the Shieldred. They just tapped. Let's give us, excuse me, more options. Ooh, ill-timed explosion. perfect timing for that. All right, so deals to them. Get a land. Anything good? Ooh. Okay. Just playing the front half of that. We can deal with that. Hopefully we just don't get blown out too much. Are they able to... I don't think they're actually able to animate. Okay. So I think we have a free attack here because they're not able to animate the Restless Cottage. Don't really care if they get anything back at this point. They're at 12, and this actually might mean that we have game because we just need to. Yeah, they definitely should have held up a black source or a green source. Keep that animated. So yeah, we just animate this. Yep, I already see it. Okay. Game 3. Alright, hopefully this game goes a lot better and we actually have a decent start with some creatures. Okay. Also, sorry about not streaming yesterday on Tuesday. Like I said that I would. We are actually recording an episode of the podcast that day. I'll keep this. Just need a green source. Even if we don't get a green source, we can just draw with the Mosswood. Or have Tear Asunder, Riveteer's Charm. Okay, that's also not bad. Caustic Broncho. See what they play here. Good old Aftermath analysis analyst. Interesting. May just. Sure, we'll play the Proving Ground. I think it might be more important to get green down to be able to use Riveteer's Charm. Once do they have engraved now? They got 3. Attack me. We have another one. He does not. Sure, let's just Liliana here. Make him sack this thing. More than one way to skin a cat. Okay. Lands. 3 of them engrave. Ooh, he's just going to get it back here. Okay, okay. See what you got going on, opponent. Ooh. Lots of really, really good setup. Be able to get his island for that. Let us just plus to discard and see what they do. I think I'll just discarding this Caustic Bronco. It's a little late. Mosswood Dread Knight is like a better attacker, can possibly get us more stuff. Sure. Okay, and 2 lands. So what I'm thinking is, so the thing is, if they have World Souls Rage, then they can get a ton of lands with this. So I'm thinking we may just want to go ahead and fire off the Riveteer's Charm. You see, review battlefield. Is this sorcery speed? No. Let's go ahead and exile his graveyard now. Boom. Now he has to rebuild. Spelunking? Sure. Okay. Let's have his land. Okay, okay. So he is close to getting this thing off. How many lands do you have in grave? I can just get rid of this thing though, so I'm not too crazy worried about it. Let's just go ahead and get him, make him get rid of the last two cards in his hand. I think. Interesting. Sure. Either Mosswood or the Shieldred. I'm tempted. I think you might want to get rid of the Shieldred here. Also, we can find us more options. Shieldred is just a faster clock, though. This is a hard one. You know what? Mosswood just is. It gets us more cards at least. Okay, yeah, we got rid of the World Soul's Rage. That's perfect. And here's the hoping he doesn't get. Where's he got to land here? Oh, but he decided to play that first. Okay. Okay. So that's actually not bad. Because we can now pay Glade, make him sacrifice this? How many cards does he have in grave? But that will make us get rid of our Liliana. Not too excited about that. We just need to whiff on him actually drawing anything with this. He might actually block with this thing too. Get rid of the Memory Deluge. He's got more mana than he knows what to do with anyways. We'll just possibly gain him more life. I'll sure, I'll make him sacrifice a creature. Just get this Aftermath Analyst out of the way. And hopefully fade on him actually drawing anything worthwhile. Okay. We can somewhat deal with that. Now that he has two, it's kind of just like a mute point. Just draw whatever at this point. Okay, an Aclazot. Really, we have to just end this game at this point. Double Virtue Strength, it just doesn't really matter what he does now. So let's just go ahead and attack. Okay. The Analyst. Needs a ton of life. 3 life to be precise. Getting these also thin out his deck too. Alright, let's just go ahead and play Aclazot. See what he gets. Kinda just have to get lucky at this point. Doesn't look like we're getting lucky. Another one interesting. So he's gonna have these things. A Bonnie Paul engraved now. Just gonna draw so many cards with this. Sure. Yeah, draw another 3. Just keep thinning the deck out. And this is quite a long league. So with this current board state, we can animate and attack, put him down to 11, and if he doesn't draw anything, that's game. If we just attack with these and then play 2 things, it's kind of the same thing. Excuse me. Sure. We'll just simply attack and hopefully we draw something worthwhile. That's not worthwhile. Does Tear Asunder help? Doesn't really do anything at this point. I'm just going to let's draw and just plan on playing both of these. I could also hold up for Go for the Throat if he draws like a Bonnie Paul or something like that. That's still game if it's not. It is if he does get a Bonnie Paul though. We'll hold up. A Spelunking. Alright. Draw land? Nissa? Okay. Sure. Actually, okay. So that means this is game. This is exact damage with the Restless Cottage. Nice. All right. We had to get super duper. We had to get a little lucky that game, guys. But man, we got there. That was a grind fest. But like I said, being able to control the graveyard is super paramount against that matchup. So the Riveteer's Charm looked really, really good. If we weren't able to exile his graveyard like really early into the game, it could have snowballed way, way out of proportion. All right, let's just run back into the next one. So 1 game down. One. Yeah, all right. Next one, Kazumi. I will be on the play, Kazumi. It's a decent one. On first, get the rest, go for the throw. We have a plan. We just need to hopefully see green in these next, like, 3 cards. So, you're on the mulligan. Please, no whammies. I have been really missing with the rest lately. I guess we took a cut down. It's not quite what I want to see, though. He does have, like, a really, really good curve going. It's possible we just want to... Do we want to just draw? No, we'll just simply pass. Kill the Bronco while we can. Kill Bronco. We're not really going to use that here. That is something. So we can kill this with the Blood Tithe Harvester. We just play it here. Sucks to miss our land drop, but that's fine. Because we at least have like a little bit of a plan. Okay, Deep Cavern Bat. Harvester also takes care of Bat, so hopefully if he doesn't have cut down, then we can just kill it. Oh, Converno, what's up, dude? Yeah, GG's. Appreciate it. Losing to the guy you lost to in the quarterfinals. Oh, boo. That sucks. Yeah. 2 hours semi? Oh my god. Oh, that's so long. Yeah, but what was it? What were you but yeah, playing against 4-color or like 5-color Bring to Light. Those games do turn long. So we'll kill this. And they're also stuck on 2. I think we'll take this opportunity to draw a card and hopefully get a land here. Nice. Be the first one to play the 3rd land. Excellent. Feels like we haven't lost much tempo. Which one is better? Sure, Glissa is probably better, right? Do they take advantage of the graveyard a ton? I don't think so. We also just know about the Glissa here. Sure. Yeah, we'll make him respect the Glissa. Glissa is one to be respected. Yeah, I was grinding 3 games set, but he played slow. I guess he maybe played like a little slow. Could see that. He was a decent guy though. Decent guy. Yo, man, Lenny Strats, what up, man? What up, Morgan? How you doing? Always, I'm always afraid of having long games like that in top 8 since it's possible. Oh, man, you gotta just be ready for those games. At least you don't have a time crunch in those games. That's like the most stressful part of them usually. But let's see what we're gonna do with this game. I think we're gonna get in there with an attack. See how they block. Okay, let's chump block in, sure. I think we're just gonna simply deploy another threat and get on board. Next turn they could be playing the Shieldred. And we can at least be ahead on board. Yep, so we're taking 2 to play the Shieldred. The creatures don't really match up well against ours. Let's go ahead and kill the Shieldreds. Draw. I could kill this, but it's just going to get a just going to get a bat that I can chump with. Maybe that's still. Well, you know what? We might just leave the cut down just for a more meaningful creature. I'm gonna take the Shieldred here. Okay, letting us have it, so we can draw a card with the Glissa. Nice, hit our land. At least ahead on board. Well, let's see what he's got. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, what we got there? We got there. All right, so white, black. White, black, white, black, white, black. I actually haven't built a sideboard guide for this particular deck because it's still a little new, it's still a little niche. But I think we may choose to do what we do against Esper, possibly. And like the Esper with the wedding announcements. So we're gonna be looking at saving Duress, just cutting, no, sorry, cutting duress altogether. It's just more than likely not going to hit something. Kind of cutting the cross-stick Broncos because they just we're just not going to be attacking super well into their stuff. Uh, and then in this situation, I think we're gonna cut the Lilianas. Because a lot of their stuff like died. Some of you have a lot of 2-for-1s, possibly have wedding announcement stuff dying and coming back. I'm bringing in these cut downs. Bring in the investigators, the obliterating bolts, just because it kills something in exiles, and yeah, Terra Sunder. I'm pretty certain that they've got like virtual loyalty and wedding announcement in this deck, so we're gonna want to be able to handle those. I don't think we care that much about Hiritsugu. Might need to look at we'll look up a list as we're starting this game to see how well that is. Let's see, has it done well in the prelim at all? It has not. Standard league, is it in? Nope. Sure. It's got land and spells. We don't like have to worry. We know we're going to go into the long game anyway, so there's not a lot of pressure to really get off the ground super early. So we'll start off with Blackleaf Cliffs. Yeah, I'm still super unsure what list I'm playing for Dallas, and the deadline is. I mean, the deadline is like 2 weeks. Like, I think you got plenty of time. Like, the meta could very well shift a little bit. We're not sure if like it's going to be more controlling or if it's going to be more mid-rangey or because the I can tell you this format for the RC is going to be pretty different from the Pro Tour. Uh, People are just going to have a better idea of what's going on in the format. So that's why we're kind of going with this. I kind of hate this though. Don't really want to just play the Blooming Marsh and telegraph that we don't have anything. Let's play a forest and pass. Yeah, RC Naples is this weekend confirming. Yeah, like so we're gonna see if anything is super duper hot this weekend. And a caustic Bronco. That's the unfortunate thing about the Riveteer's charm is that we do want to kill, really realistically kill both of these, but we can only choose one. We can really just, I guess we just gotta hope that they don't get anything too good off this caustic Bronco. Getting any card is really fine, but getting anything too good could really put us down. You know what? We're gonna make them. Just make them choose which way they're going to go. I would, yeah, I'm sure they'd prioritize the caustic Bronco. It's just going to get them a ton of cards, right? So I got him a tap land. So that was the best thing that we could hope for. Okay, they did not have a follow-up, so even better. So let's play the swamp and then play Blood Tithe Harvester. Let's see what he does. There's also a non-0% chance people just bring what they played for the standard season, like buying into 4-color. Like, yeah, buying into those two decks is pretty expensive. Yeah, you do have to buy like Nissa's and a lot of like super expensive cards for analysts and legends for sure. The mana base is just so expensive. Sure, well, in my turn. Yeah, so that's why, I mean, that's why a lot of people played the one deck, right? We played Esper, a ton of Esper. What's he got? So he has Virtue of Loyalty active. Go ahead and just kill this Bronco. I'm about to get got. I'm gonna get a bit indestructible or something. Sure, there's something I'm forgetting that this deck should have. We were looking up a list for this deck. That's what we were doing. Okay, so jump scare. Okay, virtue of loyalty. We can deal with that. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with protection for this thing. So, I wonder if we want to do something else with this. Because he doesn't know that I have this just yet. We might wait on Tear Asunder and see what they do. Good chance that you could possibly just like attack with the Knight. Or even attack with this card, which is even better. We can just cut this down. Be perfect. True. It's what I'm doing, playing Domain for the season. If you play Domain for the season, you're just gonna bring back. I mean, yeah, Domain's still great deck. Can't go wrong with it. Interesting. They decided to animate and then virtue. Sure. Interesting. Oh, we're bad. We should have, definitely should have, did it before the end step. That is how we lose these games. Might even be tempted to just go ahead and kill the thing. I'll just kill this. At this point of the game. Okay, let's try and find better cards. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one there. Attack with Bloodtithe. So if they decide to play a creature here, then we can simply kill it. Okay, go in Virtue. Or we can just draw 3 cards. Alright. We are going to hit all gas. This is why we play this card, opponent, for when we are looking like this to pull ahead. Ooh, really, really good cards. Really expensive, but not anything too bad. So we can Hostile Negotiator and Glissa Sunslayer. 2 really good cards. Glissa's going to be able to kill these Virtues of Loyalty. And pitch a card, opponent. Will you kill this in response? Interesting. Pile-on. Okay. Alright, now we can get in there with the kicks. And there's, ooh, go for the throat. Holding it for that card. Perfectly reasonable. We just have to deal with the double virtue loyalty. Okay. I mean, sacrifice the harvester here. And he's gonna, imagine, animate this thing and then put the counters on it. Cut down. Let's see what we get here. Blooming Marsh. Bloodtithe. ahead and just kill this Liliana here first and foremost. So I kind of want to hold up. We'll hold up the cut down in case he plays a small creature. I don't really care too much about playing anything this turn because what we can do is whenever one more players discards a card. Okay, so he's gonna animate. Is he gonna get aggressive? He is. Let's see what we can hit from this. Also, investigator lets us draw investigate. Okay. Like, give us a little life back. We'll go ahead and allow that attack. Find a fair removal spell for that, hopefully. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw with this first. Tear Asunder. Fortunately, Tear Asunder can't kill that thing, which is unfortunate. But we're gonna have blocks for it. So, be happy about that. Play that. Play this. Even Interrupter. Oh, wow. Sure. Go ahead and kill it now. So it's gonna counter my spell. I'll just simply play another one. And it becomes plotted, so we can't play it until the next turn. If they give a card back, which one do I care about the most? Need an Interrupter. Okay, he's animating. And attack. I mean, we just take it. If he doesn't cast anything, then I'm flipping the Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, I'm flipping the Graveyard Trespasser. Alright. Tax. Yeah, Caustic and load the bat. Go for the throat. Sure. All perfectly fine. And he'll scoop to that. Alright. Is that victory? Did we get the first game? Oh man, I am not paying attention at all. Yeah, we did win the first game. And sometimes these games just get so grindy that you just skips your mind like where you're at. But yeah, no, that felt good. The I guess the Terra Sunder was gonna be fine, right? Like it would have killed anything. Even like I also like it because of a lot of matchups where we want to bring in. It also can exile Aklizots. So I really like the double effectiveness of Terra Sunder we have here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. I just wanted to see what deals we had. Ooh. I can get Avacyn, guys. I don't think I've touched it. I haven't touched like historic timeless or any other formats where this thing matter. Ooh, do you want to get a ban card? Oh, it's a fixed ban card. No, never mind. Braids. This I don't know. This stuff is cool. I forget it. All right, so 2-0. Let's go ahead and start the next one. Let me fix up the record. Okay. So let's see. I keep on getting distracted. I keep wanting to look up the black-white deck to see if we want to sideboard any differently. It didn't seem like we did. Cosmic Bronco, they got Skrill's Hive, or not Skrill's Hive, but Skrill Defector Might, which is another thing that can get hit with enchantment removal. White Peacekeeper, no, Steel Seraph. Oh, that's in. That's on. Well, yeah, then we definitely want Tear Asunder. Uh, yep, on the play. Decent hand on the play, so we will keep it. We have our curve. Insatiable Avarice. Oh, no, to draw three. They run that card. Interesting. That's an interesting card to have. It's possible that we want to have insatiable avarice of our own, as like the way to go into the long game. It's gonna play Bronco, playing against red black. Well, let's see. Okay, they have a harvester. We're just gonna go ahead and kill the harvester and get in there. This gets us a lot of advantage here. Hopefully get some steady card advantage. All right, do a tap land. Tap land's better than no lands, I guess. Better than nothing. When they're cracking the blood, Rackus Theater, they're really trying to find their, really need to find their third land drop. Oh, boo. They had cut down. I guess they could afford to then. Now the question is, do we want to just slam down the Archfiend of the Dross? Saying they could have it's like Shieldred. Whereas if we play that, it's just easier to block. Let's just go ahead and throw down the Archfiend. Or hopefully they just don't have. Oh, they have Hostile Investigator. That's an interesting one. We'll pitch to one that they know about. Yeah, I've seen a lot more of these like black base decks main decking Hostile Investigator. Very interesting. Go with Cottage, and we'll just go ahead and play Glissa. Glissa is just going to be like a really good blocker, really good attacker. Lots of mid-ranged. Like, but standard is kind of just like a mid-range fest. Besides like very specific aggro decks, like Convoke or Toxic, and ooh, Gix's Command. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Hmm. Trying to think if I want to attack into it. He's gonna have to block. It's probably a situation where I'd rather just draw the cards with Riveteer's Charm. I'm happy if he just decides to, yeah, sure, you know what? You want to block with it? Sure. Oh, draw a card. And I think what punishes us if we decide to do this a certain way? I know we're going to play this. That's a no-brainer. I think I want to like kill this hostile investigator with the Riveteer's Charm before he gets to discard stuff. An appraiser, sure. See what you get off. Oh, you know what? We should have played it in response. Oh, no, no, no. That is unfortunate. Ooh, that's actually going to be kind of annoying. Okay. So we really should have, played it in response to that thing. I don't know why I was thinking we could wait. I have to get used to playing this card, more and more often. We're just gonna exile 3 and see if we can't just get them on, good card advantage. Okay. We can unleash the Inferno here. Let's see what they have with What we can do, we can kill a harvester. This is interesting. Harvester, kill harvester. I think that we'll go through with that. Get an attack in to see how he blocks. Okay. Hopefully get something with this. We get nothing with this. That's why oh, sometimes duress can be so annoying. But I think that we will go ahead and kill the harvester with this. Like either the harvester or the hostile investigator. Hostile investigator can eventually be a 2-for-1, which I don't like. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. And you know what? They killed the Glissa, then so be it. I'm gonna take out a clue here. Sure. So opponent's currently ahead. We got to deal with the Aclazotz. I don't think we have great ways in the main deck to deal with Aclazotz, unfortunately. So let's play and either that or the Caustic Bronco. I'm at 18. I'm gonna start gaining life with the Aclazotz. I have like a good blocker with the Reckless Cottage, so I'll go ahead and play this. Get rid of the Praiser here. And pass. Okay. What? Oh, man. Oh, they're being really aggressive. Alright. Alright. Boo. I ain't killing that thing. Proving ground. Highly doubt we can hit anything. Oh yeah, nothing already makes things. I know what I'm beat. I know what I'm beat. I don't think there's anything in the main deck we have to cleanly deal with Aclazotz. Yeah, nothing right. Nothing in the main. Plenty of stuff in the board, obviously, but main deck's always going to be a rough one. So we're gonna put in cut down. We're gonna put in binding negotiation to take care of like the 2-for-1s that we see in the mirror match. Put in the hostile investigators, the cruelty kicks, these not there's not enough like artifacts and enchantments that we want to get rid of in that matchup, so we're just gonna leave that one out. We'll just cut the duresses since we've kind of got a little bit of hand hate, at least with binding negotiation. We were cutting Caustic Bronco in here because it just doesn't attack well into their creatures. It's 2-for-1, but I'm not super duper excited to have it. And then at the top end, there's a world where we kinda don't want Graveyard Trespasser, even though it's a 2-for-1. Archfiend of the Dross is like harder for them to deal with normally. I like this card. It's kind of a hard one. We were cutting like Unleash the Inferno most of the time against this matchup, but it does deal cleanly with some of their threats. I may still just cut it, and I think instead of a Graveyard recursion can be a little annoying. I'll just go ahead and cut the Archfiend. Still just a 1-for-1. And we'll run this. That's how we do against green black. Oh, just a little bit more of the same. This deck is a little bit more. This is actually not how we board against green, because even against green black we cut like all of the what's it called, the cut downs in that matchup, which is why the numbers look a little wonky. This is fine. But in this matchup, like, this deck is a lot more aggressive, relies a lot more on NT and Harvester. We didn't, yeah, bat and stuff like that. So we kind of want our cut downs more against this version of the deck. Okay. Play. Playing pass. Okay. Sure. I'm just Blooming Marsh. Like Lizzo. If they have a thing, they have it. I'll keep them honest. Deep Cavern Bat. Sure. Probably gonna take the Obliterating Bolt, so or take the cut down, so I have to use the Obliterating Bolt on the bat. Usually with Deep Cavern Bat, you want to take the most efficient removal spell for it. Okay, a Harvester. The question is, do I want to prioritize having an answer to an Aclazot? Because Deep Cavern or Cut Down has like diminishing returns a lot of times. I may just rely on the Harvester to kill it. And if the Harvester doesn't kill it, then whatever. So you didn't have a cut down here. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Play and Geological Appraiser. Into Liliana is perfect. Each player discards a card. Interesting. Okay. That's something. Let's see. Something do I like? Just discard down my Aclazots. Okay. I can't just Obliterating Bolt that, though. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll just Obliterating Bolt the Liliana the Veil. Kill the bat. And I have a cut down for the Appraiser. Okay. Interesting. I'll go ahead and kill this thing here. I wonder if we have the other half of this in order to just get the flip, or if they just have this one just to get the attack power from it. That would be really interesting to see. May just want to kill this thing. Just like gain life. The number of creatures that are attacking. Question is, do I care that much about this card, or would I rather draw 3 with Riveteer's Charm? I feel like the answer is drawing 3. So we can just find a normal removal spell for that. I'm not too insanely worried about this card. We can basically blanket with the Aclazots. This will get more threats, though. Sure. I'm not losing on the card advantage. Oh, they do have both of them. Let's see. If you are attacking, you own both. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's got to go through now. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and see what we get off this thing. Oh, we got a cruelty. Let's go ahead and pitch this and see if we can't draw an actual answer. Oh man. Does cruelty to Gix do anything? Cruelty to Gix doesn't really do anything. So what does the backside of this thing do when it enters, or if it attacks? Choose 3. Um, this to any target. Do we just lose if we do this? I mean, I guess they do have to technically choose the right modes. I'm sure that they don't. We can't just like get this back because it has to cast. You have to cast with this. Well, yeah. All right, well, it's Liliana. Liliana, make you sack something. You know, sack your appraiser. Play this and pass. This we should have respected. Should have respected the Mishra combo. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first time. I'll let him do it. I'll let him get this off. Look at him. Look at him. Just happy as a clam. Does it come back tapped and attacking? Oh, okay, it does. I think this is game. Oh, it just made me discard my hand, and that has, oh, it's got menace too. Oh, jeez, jeez, jeez. That was game. Oh man. Oh, wow, we got hosed by this one. Yeah, geological appraiser, man. It's a hard card to deal with in the mid-range mirrors. Being able to do that is really, really strong. I don't know. We can technically do it in our deck as well, but we'd have to like focus more on the double red side of stuff. I don't know. Maybe it might be a decent option. We will see. They're definitely like more aggressive than, well, pretty aggressive too, I guess. But that is a loss, though. We will accept it. Let's to the mid-range mirror. We might want to test using geological appraiser a little bit. It feels a little worse against like the bigger decks. Like if you're like inching card advantage little by little against the mid-range mirrors, then it feels good, but sometimes it just doesn't give you what you want. And then in the bigger matchups like control and domain and stuff, it just doesn't really do exactly what you want. We've been on the play a lot these games. Mulligan. This is decent. Keep this. We'll put back a harvester because we're hoping to play other stuff. Play this tapped. Personally, I think the main appeal to red is Carnosaur and Geological Appraiser. Yeah, free 2-for-1s are really good. Man, the Carnosaur, man, I used to love that deck in Old Standard. When it first dropped. It may be okay now, depending on like how much mid-range you deal with. The biggest problem was like playing against domain was like always super rough. The Carnosaur could be like a little awkward depending on the body. We haven't tried it though. We haven't tried to test it out at all. Interesting. I'll just go ahead and play this as a creature. Maybe get some early hits. We're not sure if this is control or oh, there we go, Esper. Just not sure if it was control or Esper yet. We'll go ahead and attack Mosswood. See what they do. Okay. It's possible that they have like a counter spell here. I think we want to wait a little bit later to rely on our Riveteer's Charms, just so we are able to play a ton of the cards with it. When we do playing it off. Okay, go for the throat. And do they have Riffine? You can load up on a lot of obs in the sideboard for domain. Yeah, no. Yeah, like with having both of those feels really, really good. Okay. I'm fine with that. You can hold my Liliana for now. Thinking that I kind of want to get the card advantage from Riveteer's Charm a little bit more. Let's see what you do. Alright, sure. Heal life. We will draw 3 cards. Will you counter? Does not, but we just get lands. Boo to the lands, boo. Boo lands. Get to attacking first. That's always the downside of this. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Paragon, welcome. First time chatter. Good for you to join. Always love some good Jund gameplay. I do too. I wish back when Jund was super popular in Modern that I could actually afford Tarmogoyfs so to actually play the deck. Alright, but let's go ahead and throw some Broncos down. And we're gonna hope to get our card advantage back with these things. Counter? Okay, Mastermind. Okay, I was wondering what he was having over there. And Virtue Loyalty. Please no land. Okay. Just block with this, so I assume it doesn't have a land? Oh, I don't know why I wouldn't... Okay, I guess just to guarantee that he has a blocker with it. I think just gotta get aggressive and hope to draw something to kill the knight. I don't think that a winning game plan is sitting back. So we'll attack. We draw removal. We did not entirely. I think we'll hope to just draw 3 cards here. And hope that we draw something worthwhile this time and not just a bunch of lands. I'll go ahead and play it now just in case we get a kill spell. Okay, so we found a kill spell and we found Unleash the Inferno as well. Unfortunately, these things are going to be a little too big to have them deal with us. Go ahead and kill this. Wish we would have had enough mana left over, enough left over in order to have this actually be able to kill something and answer one of these creatures. We are just going to be able to do stuff though. So play. We may just see if they block with one of these on the Caustic Bronco, and then we can unleash the Inferno. Let's start off with making them sack something. You sack. See what you sack here. What do you prioritize? Oh wait, so what set rotates out this year? Yeah, the Innistrad sets, Kamigawa and New Capenna. Thanks, appreciate it, Con, for explaining that, because I would have had to like count back in my head. Classic Bronco. Hope we don't flip anything too expensive. Do you block? He does. Actually happy that he blocks that, because now we can unleash the Inferno, blow this up, and then actually be able to kill the Virtue of Loyalty. And then here's the hoping that he doesn't just kill me. Yep. And he countered the triggered ability on it. Even better. All right, we'll skip to that. Kind of a rough game. That was a rough one. All right, let's go ahead and do our thing. Throw these in. Throw the. Was I throwing an investigator? I think I was throwing an investigator. To remind myself, I did update this sideboard guide not too long ago. So we didn't see a wedding announcement, so we're not completely sure if they have it in the 75. Usually the ones that don't have wedding announcement have like Duelist of the Mind or some more 2-drops. But we didn't get a clear signal in that game, I think. So I think we're going to board as if we think that they're going to bring that card in. At least board as if they're going to bring it in. So we'll cut the lilies, cut the Bronco, and cut the duress. Excuse me. Yeah, we're on the play. So yeah, I think that's still fine. Maybe we want Liliana on the play. No, it's probably better on the draw, right? Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Also, maybe possible that Hostile Investigator isn't super relevant in these games. They can draw us a lot of cards, but a lot of times they're just like gonna aggro us out. This is fine. Fine mid-range hand. We prefer a 2-drop, obviously, but beggars can be choosers. Deep Cavern. Be able to take the bolt. Play Rockfall into Glitzo. Got the Rafine. Scheming a Seer. Just puts a counter on it. So we can hope to possibly get a cut down here. Ooh, that is perfect. So we can cut this down, play our land, play the... So I wonder if I want to just play the Bolt or actually play Graveyard Trespasser here. and then be able to get this command. Putting a counter on something. It might be the right move. Might be. You know what? We're gonna try that. Play it that way. Sure. Letting him cycle cards may, or loop through cards may be dangerous. Just be able to loot a counter spell of some sort. But we'll see what he has. He knows I have the Gix's command, which is whatever. We partially still kind of want to keep the Obliterating Bolt for a Aclazotz, which is why we're prioritizing it this way. Yo, meet MTG. Yeah, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you like always, dude. Always bringing in the kicks. Welcome everybody from Meet MTG stream. We're playing some standard here. Getting ready for RC Dallas. And playing some Jund, testing some cards to see if they're any good. Well, let's see what's good with it. Do we have creatures engraved to like really do anything, right? So yeah, we'll just go ahead and blow up the. So we choose to blow up the strongest creature on his board. It could potentially get a Tidebinder. So I think what we'll do is we'll destroy each creature with 2 power, and then yeah, just put the counters on my guys. We'll put it on the Graveyard Trespasser. Harder to get rid of. We're not worried about pumping the Glissa anyways. The Glissa is just going to always win in combat. So, exile. Yeah, these two. Just the 2 strongest things. Tidebinder. Okay. Does he... Oh, and you don't have to pay for the ward, interestingly enough. I wonder how that's worded. How is that worded? Up to 1 target. And since you're targeting the ability and not the creature itself, it does that. Yeah, again, appreciate it. Appreciate the raid, mate. We are currently 2-1 with this deck. We have beaten Teamer Analyst. We've beaten White-Black mid-range, lost to Red-Black mid-range, and now we're playing Esper, the bane of the format right now. So let's see. What do we want to do here? I think we just want to get in with an attack. See what he has. We don't know what he has. It does have one Emperor mana up. A Virtue. Okay. Well, if that's what you're doing, then I'm perfectly fine with that. Go ahead and draw some cards. Oh, Mastermind. Ooh, that is good. That's good soup. So we're playing a land tapped. Do we care about if they play the Virtue Loyalty? I don't think so. So we'll just go ahead and... Do we double spell? Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll play the Blood Tithe and simply play another Trespasser. Take 2 cards. They transform back. Oh, interesting. So it doesn't transform. So it's just a 6/6 now. While the Tiebinder's out. That's such a... Man, that's such a... Tiebinder's such a weird card. I thought that would be a stay. I guess it does just make that blanks. It's like a state-based thing. Okay, I'm just trying to find answers. They are currently losing on this board. So they do have wedding announcement. Okay. We'll play. I'm gonna just kill the Harbinger here, right? Or the Type Binder to unlock this. Transform it, but that is just 2 more damage that it just does. Guess it doesn't really matter how we do this, right? We just kill this. We don't have to pay for the ward if we do it this way. Yeah. Okay. It's game 2. Alright, we're running it back. Still fine with keeping out the Liliana. All the tokens just make it feel so bad whenever you play it onto a board. At least with Investigator, you're going to be quote-unquote drawing a card every turn by investigating. More like a delayed draw. Decent. Can't ask for more. Lands and spells. Okay. You have a bat. Got a bat. Hold my cards for me, opponent. Okay. So Black Cleaves. Play Harvester. Trigger. Okay. Do you have interaction for the Harvester, maybe? Oh, no, just another Deep Cavern bat. Okay. You take this time. Okay. Just play. I'm just gonna use. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Just kind of be on course to play our Gix's command and get value out of it. They're stuck on lands too, which is good for us. Not anymore. Raffine, Scheming Seer. I'm not fortunate. Not so unfortunate. So here I guess we'll just play. The question is, do we play the Bolt on the Raffine or do we play it on the Deep Cavern Bat? I guess the Raffine in case they just have another Raffine. Sure. If they have another Raffine and choose to play it, then we can get this command to get rid of it. You know, we'll keep the one in our graveyard just in case we want to use that mode. Interesting. Definitely playing a land. The question is, do we care to do anything? Okay, just have Harbinger of the Tides? Or, I don't know why I keep on saying Harbinger. Tiebinder Mage. Or, whatever. Tiebinder. Still submitting 0 here. like that he's just holding up Tidebinder. I'll still do this. So we'll return cards, destroy everything, 2 power or less. Which one do you have? No more lies. Okay, so it was neither. Was the more annoying card at least. Interesting. Okay. Still feel like he has Tidebinder. Simply play this. Is it going to Tidebinder here? If he Tidebinders here, that'd actually be really good for us. Okay. So now I can resolve this hostile negotiator. Possibly, if he doesn't just counter it with a spell. Yeah. Does he have it? I'm sure he's probably got it. Just wanted to play around a second Tidebinder. Possible. Okay, well we're getting at least one card out of his hand. We might not get this to investigate. Ooh, we took a Acklazotz. That is interesting to see. And a virtue of loyalty. Okay. So I'm guessing he's just thinking that he's going to get there with this virtue more than the Acklazotz. So if I do unlock the unlock it with that, then it's fine. What I may do is just like, let's see, we'll block just to not give you another card to pump. What this also does is allows me to use Riveteer to kill the Deep Cavern Bat. We'll use Charm to kill Deep Cavern. Okay, and then be able to clear his board. Perfect. So sacrifice the biggest creature. Kill this. Play this tapped and go ahead and attack, exiling. Yeah, let's exile Acklazotz and the Tishana. Nice. Putting the game back in our favor. Preacher of the Schism. That's scary. Okay. Now we have to find an answer for the Preacher. An answer for the Preacher. Terrasunder. So he's just gonna be making tokens with the Preacher at this point. We may want to keep the Terrasunder to just kill the Preacher though. Yeah. So Does that flips? Oh. I don't care too much if he gets a... Care a little bit if he gets a token here, but not like a crazy amount. This will put me to 7. So I used a map. Used a map on the token. I think it would be the best thing to do. Yep. See what you're putting down. Wedding announcement. That is a bother, opponent. So now we hope to actually get a better kill spell for this thing. We still just have to let's start off with the hostile negotiator. See if they just drew a counter spell. Mastermind. Okay. Yeah, that's the rough thing about negotiator. Sometimes it just doesn't do anything, especially like if it gets too late into the game. Okay. Let's go ahead and use this. And then I think we have to attack to get some life. Offer up to 2 for 1, possibly. Putting him to 5. Okay, we'll block. Okay. The thing with this is he's not going to get another creature with that, which helps. So he can animate. He'll draw a card and then untap. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, let's just go ahead and we have enough to do both. Yep, animate. Get in there with an attack. So this is Trespassers trigger. Eat a card from our graveyard. One from yours. See if how he decides to block. Perfectly fine. And Shieldred. Nice. And now the ball's back in his court. Can he find removal for Shieldred? Or does he find removal for the Shieldred? Might not have. I think he would have just routed, he would just thrown down if he did. Yep. Animate. Animate. Yep. Guess this is his way of conceding the game. Possibly. GG's. I don't think there's anything that gives stuff a lifelink. Not in a meaningful way, at least. Yeah. Sweet. Shieldred always coming in the clutch. Was I happy with the game? You know what? That was a fun one. I was happy with it. That was a very, very fun interactive game. These have been like super fun interactive games. All right. So we are 3-1 right now. Going into the last match that we're gonna play ranked. We've ranked up a good bit at tier 2. All right. Let's get it. Let's see if we can't get to tier 1 with this. Warrior 530. Nope. Man, sometimes we got 25 lands in this deck. Sometimes we just like open up the one landers and it does not feel great. This is, I mean, we've got lands and spells, but we do need to find our red source. It's unfortunate, and our opponent's going first. Maybe we'll just try and have some faith. We can put back the harvester. Since we need red right away for that one, we'll just put it back. If we play against aggro, then it's gonna feel a little bit worse. Another downside of having 3 colors, but I do feel like the red splash is strong enough right now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Ooh, we really needed that red. Luckily at the RC, we're gonna have open deck lists, so we'll actually be able to see if these hands are keepable or not, because it's always such like a wide spectrum when it comes to these decks in general. Really any Thoughtseeds deck, but our deck doesn't just have thought, it's got duress, so it's even worse at a certain point. We'll just play the land. Urabrass Forge. Yeah, a lot of these decks have been running main deck Urabrass Forge. Which is going to make these games rough. These games are already going to be pretty rough. So now we have to hope to simply get back-to-back lands here. Interesting. Attacking with the land. I think I'd still want to take the creature. Sure, Foundry is like fine. And if he like 3 for, not 3 for 1s, but yeah, 3 for 1s actually. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, so we'll play this, and actually, let me just play this Archfiend of the Dross. Because Archfiend of the Dross is going to make it so that we can really accelerate this game plan and hopefully just outrace him. Shieldred also kind of does that. I wonder if I want to do Archfiend or Shieldred first. Possible because I want to be more defensive. I'll go with the Shieldred first. And then I'll also be able to gain life in the meanwhile. Okay. You know what? I've talked myself into it. Does he have the Witchstalker Frenzy? Will be the one thing that really gets us if he's got Witchstalker Frenzy. Interesting. Okay, so he's just trying to find Witchstalker Frenzy here. Obviously, he didn't find it. Play a land. Play attack. And I partially want to take the gamble here. No. Well, I think we're going to just accept the life that we get from Shieldred. Okay, Thundering Raiju. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna gain life. Play Archfiend of the Dross. No attacks. This Shieldred is being strictly defensive, and we will just be getting offensive with the Archfiend. And now every turn, so he's going all out with this. Okay. Perfectly fine with this. Can he double activate this yet? He cannot. So we'll block and block. Looking forward, take that. Double Archfiend trigger. Okay. Wow, I thought it's man, we really had to get there. Yeah, main deck Forge. Yeah, a lot of the red decks are running main deck Forge now. Yep, and Archfiend gets free triggers off the Forge. We had to block the I don't think we had to block the token there. Maybe we could have actually blocked the land there. I don't remember. I think it was at 5. Well, I don't know why I want to say it was at 5. I think I might have miscalculated because we could have just like blocked the land and been fine. But let's go ahead and just sideboard. Putting in cut downs, obviously. Obliterating Bolt and Tear Sunders. Not too much fluff about this. Taking out these and taking out the Broncos. And everything else we kind of want. At least Inferno is going to be really, really good against these forges to kill their creatures and get rid of the forge. Yeah, this is looking really, really good. Yeah, all hindsight stuff. Okay. I have to remember that. There's also the chance that in that situation, if we don't have enough to kill him, then it brings us down to 3 if that attack goes through. Relax into this smooth jazz. Okay. Okay. I can get down with this. No one turn interaction, but this is okay. Hopefully we can draw an actual turn 2. A land that allows us to do something on 2. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Actually happy to kind of see this earlier. Ooh, this would have been a Blossoming. That would have been a Blooming Marsh, actually, in our previous iteration of this deck. We'll just go ahead and play this tapped. We got the Forge. Okay. Gonna be on a little bit of a back burner here. We do have Shieldred for later, and we have Gix's Command as well. That's gonna be pretty good. What I think I want to do, I don't think I want to play the blocker here. I have multiple things if we like resolve the Gix's command that we can put lifelink on. Unfortunately, we haven't killed anything, so can't do anything with that. Okay, a Chandra. Okay. Chandra's good stuff. Plus in to get the mana. And back. Normally block. If you want to waste a card on it, then that is fine. Okay, so we're able to curve right into it. The question is, would we rather do something else? So let's see, with Chandra, if you can play extra cards, it'll still be hard for him to kill both of my guys. And if he doesn't, then he can just simply kill the Chandra. He's probably got play with fire. So I think I'm just gonna go with the Shieldred here and then keep up blocks. Alright, max out the top card. Kamanu. Good old Kamanu faces Kakudan. Oh, Scorching Shot. That's another great one. Of course, of course. Let this go through, of course, so that we can kill the Chandra. Wish the Gix's command killed a little bit more things, but I think this is still fine. Yeah. Gain us 5 life. So we will. First creature with 2 power. He hasn't been attacking like he has Monstrous Rage, so we're not gonna play like he does. And then go ahead and attack down the Chandra. And be able to exile this, gain even more life. Alright, sweet. And now we just have to deal with the Urabrash Forge and everything else that he has in hand and on the battlefield. But feeling confident that we can deal with these. It's just animating lands now. Okay, and animate both of them. I guess it's less mana to just pump into this, right? At least he isn't getting the plus with the counter here. Okay. I have creatures. Okay, I have a Shieldred. That's it. We'll play this. Just simply play both of these creatures here. And just get aggressive. Oh, we should have taken the Scorching Shot just in case he gets another bloodthirsty adversary. It's my B. Hopefully he does not. Would really fuzz with our day. Right? Fine with that. Let's get to blocking. So this will block this. This will block this. It forces him to use the Mistress Factory if he chooses to protect it. Okay. And I will kill this to save me some life. Saves me a turn. Plays another Kamanu. Okay, and a cottage. So yeah, we can play the land, animate, and do. Is there any more creatures engraved? There aren't any more creatures engraved, unfortunately. Oh, so now let's see. We attack. Uh, the question is if I want to block or attack here. Um, this becomes a 6. Almost through. Uh, I think I do have to animate, and I think I need to attack with this. Oh, well. Interesting. I don't think that he paid attention to his graveyard there, because we actually didn't win that game. But hey, well, you know what? We take those. We take the raise scoops. That's fine. Mm. Always have to make your opponent have it, right? But yeah, but that was the deck. That is 4-1 unofficially. Again, we go back down the list of what we played. We played Teamer Analyst. We played White Black Bronco. We won against Teamer Analyst and White Black Bronco. We lost against Red Black Aggro. One against Esper, and then one against Mono Red. So that was pretty good. Uh, let's look back at the deck. As you see, this is the 75. The mana became a little awkward with some of these like tap lands that come in a little bit later, but I feel like we really do want these. It's possible now that I have like more duress, because before I didn't have as many duress and some of the lower drop cards. So it may be possible that I want to just go back up on the blooming marshes to be able to see those more and more often. It's hard to say. It's gonna also just be like another Rockfall Veil, but I think that I don't know if I want 7 sources of mana that don't tap for black. For now, I'll go back to running like the 4 of these. Just the 4, because that's what the mana felt like really good doing this. Like, normally you want to see like your red and black mana on the first 2 turns to get the Blood Tithe. Everything else can come a little bit later. Like, obviously, I think like the ideal start would be like something like Cottage or Zora's Proving Ground tapped, and then start to play Blackleaf Cliffs or Springs, and then like the Rockfall Vales and like some of your later lands. But it does get in the way of curving into like the later games, especially in the post board. But again, thanks guys for sticking with me and sticking with this quote unquote league that we did. 4-1, not bad. Yeah, if we would have played an actual league, we would have made a little bit of play points for ourselves in the team. Things look like they are wrapped up. I just realized that like some of these are like you just my face is obscuring like the duresses that we had in the main deck. That's pretty funny. But yeah, this is the deck. We're going to keep testing it, keep playing it. I like this version of it. It has all of the cards, at least one of each of the cards that I'm like really hoping to have in this format. We're still probably working a little bit on like this 15th card on the board. Not sure if it needs to be Cruelty Gix. Like I said, I really want something for those long game matchups. And Cruelty Gix feels good, but it could also be something else. I'm not completely sure. Maybe even Breach the Multiverse, but Breach the Multiverse isn't super great against like control and like counterspell decks, so I'm not like too excited to have it versus them. Where Cruelty and Gix is a little better because it's virtual like 3-for-1, depending on like what the opponent has. Mm. But yeah, again, thanks for joining us, guys. We will get this figured out. We're probably gonna do this next week as well for the top tier Tuesdays at 7 o'clock when I do normally do my stream, and we will be just it'll be the last stream before RC Dallas, so we will finalize what we have here, probably figure out the mana base as a whole and what works the best, and then we'll the next league that we do after that we'll basically report. We'll see if we this one brought home the gold or if it was a dud. But again, thanks for joining. We need to find somebody to raid, so if you'd like to recommend anybody, then please do. I'm still trying to, honestly, I like still haven't figured out exactly how to raid someone. I think that was something that we were still working on in this. Oh. Anyways, we might just go ahead and just end the stream here. So that is fine. So yeah, hope you guys have a good night, wonderful day. We'll keep working on this, and if you got any suggestions, please let us know. Let me know on Twitter. I'll be posting this deck list on Twitter along with the record and seeing if we can get some good feedback. All right, so take care, guys. Have a good night, and again, the best part of Magic is the gathering.